again and welcome to GPA Distance Learning. In our lesson for today, we are going to discuss equivalent fractions. Before we are going to start, if I will say class, you will say yes. Class, 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 class. That's great. Now let's move to our big questions. How can fractions be used to represent numbers and their parts? And how can you tell if two fractions are equivalent? Now let's move to our vocabulary words. When you say numerator, tells how many equal parts are being considered. So again, we have here a fraction. 1 here is our numerator. When you say denominator, it tells how many equal parts there are. So here, 3 is our denominator. Now, when you say equivalent fractions, are equal and represent the same size. Don't forget, equivalent fractions are equal and represent the same size. Now let's move to our quick review. How many more squares need to be shaded to show 7/10 of the figure? So I have here a figure. Then we are going to check the number of shaded in. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have only 4 parts that are shaded in. So, we are going to add how many parts? Our number here is 7/10. Remember, when you say numerator, the number of parts shaded in. So, we are going to check the numerator here. Our numerator is 7. So, we need 7 parts. But we have only 4. So, what do you think is the answer? Yes, we need another 3 more squares. Now, we are going to add here 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then we are going to count all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 parts shaded in. Now let's move here to these 3 figures. Now what is the fraction of the shaded part? Now we are going to check the 3 figures. Now let's move here to the first figure. Now remember, shaded part. So we are referring to our numerator. Now, how many parts here are shaded? So, 3, 6, because we have 1, 2, 3, there are 3 parts which is shaded. Now, how about here? We have only 2, right? So, we are going to put here 2/4. How about here? We have only 1. So, the answer here is 1/2. Now, if you have noticed, all of these figures are all equivalent. It means that they have the same value of the whole. Now, when you say equivalent, what are equivalent fractions? Now remember, when you say equivalent fractions, it can be defined as fractions with different numerators and denominators that represent the same value of the whole, just like our figures earlier. Now let's move to our examples here. I have here a figure, and the fraction here is 1/2. How about here to the second figure? The fraction here is 2/4. And the third figure, 4/8. So if you have noticed, they have the same shaded part. 1/2 here, 2/4. This is 1/4, but we need 2, so that's why we have 2 1/4. Here, 4/8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, 8. So that's why it is a 4/8. So again, they have the same shaded parts. So that's why 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4 and 4/8. Now let's move to another examples. 2/2 is equivalent to 4/4. 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. I have here 2/3, and then we are going to think of a fraction that is equivalent to this. So before that, we are going to visualize this fraction. So since 3 here is our denominator, so we are going to make 3 parts. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, 2 here is our numerator. When you say numerator, this is the shaded part. So we are going to shade 2 parts here. So 1 and 2. Now, we are going to copy this figure so that we can think of another option to represent this fraction. So again, we are going to copy the figure. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to make another one here. And then 2 and 3. So we are going to shade 2 parts. 1 and 2. So now we have now 3, the same equal parts. So in the second figure, we can divide this one here. We can divide into 2. And then if you are going to notice how many parts are there in all. So we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 parts now. So we are going to put it here 6 since that is our denominator. Now, how about numerator? When you say numerator, the number of parts shaded in. So we are going to count how many parts shaded in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are going to put here 4. So now 2/3 is equal to 4/6. Now let's move here. We can divide this one. So we are going to count how many parts are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9. So we are going to put here in our denominator. Next, we are going to count the number of shaded in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 parts shaded in. So now 2/3 is equal to 4/6 and to 6/9. So you are going to do like this. Now, next, we can do also like this by using a number line. So here, I'm going to use a number line to represent this fraction. Then we are going to check if all of these fractions are equivalent. So I'm going to put here 0. So we are going to start in 2/3. So I'm going to put here 1. So 3 here is our denominator, which is the total number of parts. So we are going to cut here 3 parts. So here 1, and then 2, and then now 1, 2, and 3. So this one is our 1/3, and here is our 2/3. Now, we have now 2/3 here and 2/3 here. Now, how about in 4/6? Then we are going to put here 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we need 6 parts, so we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So we have now 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we need to find the 4/6. So we are going to count here 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, and then 4, 6. So if you have noticed, they are in the same number line here. Now, we'll move to 6/9. We are done with 2/3, 4/6, and then 6/9. So I'm going to make another number line here to make it clear. Then we are just going to copy. So here 0, and then 1 here. Okay, now this one here is our 1/3, and then here is our 2/3. Now we are going to divide this one into 9 parts since our denominator here is 9. So we are going to put here like this to make it 9. Now we are going to count if this is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have now 9 parts. So remember, we need 6 here. So we are going to count here 1, 9, 2, 9, 3, 9, 4, 9, 5, 9, and then 6, 9. So still the same point in the number line. So that's why 2/3 and 4/6 and 6/9 are all equivalent. Now let's move to our quick review. We are going to tell if the two fractions are equal. You're going to use thumbs up and thumbs down. Now let's start here. How about these two figures? What do you think? Are they equal? You're going to answer in 5 seconds. Now the timer starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer is yes. These two figures are equivalent. If you have noticed, they have the same number or shaded part. How about the second figure? Timer starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer here is no, they are not equal. How about here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer is yes, they are equal. They have the same number of shaded parts. How about here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer is yes, they are equal. How about the last figures? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer here is no, they are not equal. So that ends our lesson for today. I think you're ready now to answer the online quiz posted on the Google Classroom. Thank you and have a good day.